But Brahma, being the original person in this material world, if he does not know then in the next verse he is saying, "Oh Krishna, please give me permission to leave." Oh, you are Sarvadarshi, so you know everything. Therefore, I'm offering my body and this universe unto you. You, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and I am your servant. So Lord Brahma has said like this. So, text 40. Oh Shri Krishna, the Vrishni dynasty being like a lotus, you give them, you expand their happiness. Surya gives happiness to the lotus flower. Similarly, you are giving happiness to the lotus like Vrishni dynasty. This earth consisting of the animals, the Brahmins, the ocean. Chandra causes the ocean to rise and fall. So does the ocean increase or rise? Yes, it rises when tide. The tide increases. There are two types of tides. One is spring tide. When you get the waves are attracted to the moon, and that causes it to be high tide and causes the more water to the shore. In Puri we can see this on the day of Purnima, Amavasya. We can see the tides are much higher, and on the days of Ashtami it is less. So it is just like the moon that causes the ocean that expands the earth, the ocean consisting of the earth and Brahmins and so forth. Similarly, you dispel the dense darkness of ill religion, and you destroy the demons who oppose on this earth, who appear on this earth. Paritranaya sadhu duskrutam. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said to remove the distress of the sadhus. There are many types of paritran, distress. Those who are attached to the body, they think to Krishna is come to protect this body and to destroy the demons. Another paritran or dispel is the four goals: dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Those people who have desires for this, so Krishna is removing all obstacles, and one gets these four things: dharma, artha, kama and moksha. Just like Dhruv, that he wanted the throne of his father, so he did hard austerities to achieve this. But in Bhagwan, actually, when he had darshan of Bhagwan, he had no desires. But actually, all these material things are the cause of distress. Anything of this world cannot give happiness to us. Therefore it is said, all these things, material things, we get through karma. What is karma? When we follow the rules and regulations that has been stated in the karma. The things, the etiquette or the rules they've given in the Vedas, when we do it, it is karma. When we don't do it, and when we don't do these things, it's called Vikarma. Sorry, Vikarma is when you do against it. Akarma is when you don't do it. But when you go completely against this, is Vikarma. And the results of karma, the results you get, if you do 100 Aswadhyama Yagyas, you get the result you get is you become the king of Swarga. If you do less, what will you do? What will you get? You can be an associate of Indra in his assembly in Swarga. If you follow karma sannyas for 100 lives, you can get the post of Lord Brahma. Similarly, this is all the fruits of karma. What does it mean to be paritran from this? To be free, it means to be free from these desires. This is another meaning of paritran. Because the results of karma, you don't get any happiness. And actually, the desires are not fulfilled. Even if you get all the world in this universe, if you get all this, he'll still not be happy. He'll not be satisfied. Why he'll not be satisfied? Just like in fire, by putting more ghee and materials, even do 100. If you do so many yagyas, does the hunger of this fire go down? You can put as much ghee as you like, it will never go down. Therefore it is said, just like putting ghee onto the fire, the fire does not go off. Similarly, things of this material, how much we get, will not get satisfied or peace. How will you get satisfaction? When we get the supreme, when we obtain the Supreme Personality of God, then we'll not feel any lacking in us. Indra, by doing 100 Aswadhyama Yagyas and got the post of Indra, but was he peaceful? Was he satisfied? No. But Vitrasur, he never did any Yagyas. He appeared from Yagya, from Tastya Rishi to kill Indra. But Vitrasur, did he ask for anything? Did not ask for anything. Even though he's a demon, what does he say? Nanaka Prashtam. I don't want be the king of Swarga. Do you want to be? I don't want even the position of Lord I don't want to be the emperor of this whole material universe. Or do you want mukti? Just like the Gyanis who aspire for mukti. Then he said, no, I don't want even mukti. Do you want mystic perfection, mystic powers from that we get from yoga? I do not want this. So I don't want any of these things. What do you want? I only want you. But Indra, he worshipped Vamandev. And from the lotus feet of Lord Vamandev, we got Ganga, which came into the Kamaldulu of the water pot of Lord Brahma. Vitrasur, Vitrasur does not ask for these things. So why is Indra asking for these things? Bhakti Vinod Thakur said in his Kirtan, he said, I don't mind. Then he prayed, I don't care if I'm born as an insect, but in the house of a devotee, I don't want to be Lord Brahma who is against and be against you. I'd rather be born as an insect in the house of a devotee. Just like Ratnakar came in the association of Narad, did he remain a hunter or a thief, a dacoit? We read scriptures. We accept those things that are favorable to us, but we don't surrender to it. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. He said, you should preach all over the Mahaprabhu said, you preach all over the. But what conditions did he put? But we don't put our mind to that condition. He said, go and preach everywhere. Krishna. Whoever you see, you should tell the instruction. It is my order that wherever I go, whoever I see, you should speak about the instruction and become Guru and deliver the land. This is the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the condition he put of doing Hari Kirtan, what is the condition? What is we have to do? Trinath api sunatna. Then you can do, if you follow these four conditions, then you can do Kirtan Sadhari. First you have to become more humble than a blade of grass. And become very tolerant like a tree. Now whenever anyone says anything against us, we become very angry. So we should be tolerant like a tree, more tolerant than a tree. We cut it, we cut the trees here. Did anyone say anything? Did not say anything. In the water, it was in the heat, it was drying up. After saying many times, then someone gave water. Did he ask for water? And Aman, offer your respects to others. And then you do Kirtan Yasad, you don't expect any respect. And do Kirtan. It's not just we do Kirtan Yasad, but why are we not fulfilling these four conditions? We should always keep this in mind, these four conditions, then we can do Kirtan. Can we do Kirtan if we don't follow these four conditions? Otherwise, if we don't follow, then you'll become cheated. You'll fall down. So we see so many people. If it is said, those people think these material things will not give the happiness. But when we get the complete Vastu, that is Shri Krishna, then automatically all our lakings are satisfied. We will never ask for anything. There's so many demigods. We give so many. There's so many demigods. And the yogis, they take the name of all the demigods and we give it to all, give to Agni. That's the Maharaj is saying we give small ghee offerings to the Agni and it goes bigger and it never stops. But when you give hundreds of thousands kilos of ghee onto that fire, it will go down. But similarly, once we have the Punna Vastu Shri Krishna, then we have no other desires. Indra does not have any bhakti, he is a karmi. So externally, a karmi and a devotee, they look very similar, but there is a big difference between them. Karmi does karma to fulfill his desires. For example, there is a maid servant. She goes to someone's house and goes and cooks food there. Very nice food she cooks and washes the clothes. Very nicely she does. And very expert in cleaning the house. Everything she is doing good. Expert. But the wife, she is very sick. She is always lying on bed. She is not able to do anything. But she is telling the servant to do this, do that. If the master of the house dies, who gets the property? Does the maid servant get the property or does the wife get the property? Who is the recipient of that property? Even though the maid servant is cleaning the house very nicely, very expertly, and cooking everything in time and very nicely. But what is the difference between the maid servant and the wife? Because the maid servant is thinking now, oh, my son is coming through. After I finish my work, I will go there and I'll attend to him. When my husband comes from work, she's thinking all these things and doing her duty. But through her body, she's serving the Lord, the master of the house, but with the mind. But the mind, where the mind is, it will go there. The mind is subtle, it will go there. First you have to offer your mind first to Shri Krishna. If you don't put your mind to Shri Krishna, then externally you're doing a lot of things. You're playing good mridanga, doing good kirtan, but you don't give your mind to Shri Krishna, so what's the value of that? There's two slokas. Even one speaks very nicely, it's not proper to accept anything from him if he's not to fix his mind to Shri Krishna. If someone is glorifying Shri Krishna, if one is very expert speaker but is not speaking about the glories of Bhagwan, or a person who does not speak very nicely but is always speaking about the glories of Bhagwan, who is better? It's better. The person who is always speaking the glories of Bhagwan, whether he is nicely or not, he is better. So just like, so going back to the verse, just like the Brahma is saying, just like you're destroying all the darkness of irreligion and you're destroying the demons. Those who are devotees of Bhagwan, they are known as Deva. And Asurs, who are against devotees of the Lord, who are the Rakshas. Who cannot control enjoyment, they are known as Rakshas. They are always enjoying. They have no restriction, they always want to enjoy. They are known as Rakshas. So all these people, you are killing all the Rakshas that have appeared on this earth. That means those people. That's during the time of churning of the ocean. Bhagwan to the form of Mohini. And then she distributed Amrit, nectar. And two demons sat there. Then someone told Mohini, these two are demons. So then they cut these heads of the demons. They're about it. They put. So this is not a story. That snakes wanted to also taste this nectar, so that then they should go and take bath. So by the time they took bath, this nectar was kept on the kush grass, and then they took this nectar away. That time the snakes came and tasted the nectar on this kush grass, and their tongues became cut. And Brahmaji is saying now, you are worshipful even to Lord. I'm offering my respects again. As long as I'm alive, I'm offering my pranams. You're worshipful to everyone, including the sun. Just not once, not just once, or 110 times, 100. As long as I'm alive, I'll always offer pranam to you, again and again. Then he asks a question. Then he asks, you are not speaking to me because I'm an offender. Is it because you're not speaking to me because I'm an offender? Even if you don't speak to me, that is fine, but at least please give me a glance from it, so I can maintain my life by this glance of yours. By the nectar of your glance, I'll be able to maintain my life for the rest of my life. So Krishna Chakri Thakur is saying Krishna's right eye is representing the sun. So he's saying, so Maharaj explained the verse again, point again, whether the sun is how the sun is nourishing the lotus. Similarly, you are making the lotus flower of the Vishnu dynasty bloom and filling them with joy. And similarly, your left eye is like the moon, and then you are nourishing all the inhabitants of earth, like the demigods and birds and cows in Vrindavan. And please also give me good fortune, even though I am the most fallen of all the demigods. As your two eyes destroy the darkness of ignorance. Andhakar, blind blood. Oh my Lord. I try to be able with you, Maya. This is an atheist mood. So please destroy this, so that this mood going against you does not come again. You've killed so many demons on this earth. Even though you're against you, you've given them positions in the spiritual world.
सखा है और जो भक्त है इसलिए सत्यलोकवासी जो मैं ब्रह्मा
because I've stolen your friends and cows, I'm like a demon from Satyalok, so please also destroy my arrogance and give me a place in the spiritual just like you punished the other demons, you should also purify me this punishment. When Prabhu's compassion and his anger and his punishment, both punishment and compassion are both anugrah. When he is favorable and punishment, they're both mercy. Lalan and real affection is when there's both chastisement and praising them. Without chastisement or punishment, that is not pure affection. For others' children, you can praise them, you can be nice, but you cannot punish them. But your child, you can also punish, you can chastise them and punish them, and also nourish them. So because both of them are beneficial for you. We have seen it once. One person, Maharaj explained this story. Once one person tied a son and beat him up so badly, I was not able to tolerate it. I was not able to see how much. He was near a tea shop. Then I said to him, whatever I did, whatever mistake he made, I will do. Please don't hit him so badly. Then that man came and did pranam. He said, this is my son actually. He said, this is your son? Why are you beating up so harsh? Then he gave answer. Then I became astonished. He said, I'm an illiterate person. My wife is also illiterate. I am working in this mill, in this factory, and for the education of my son, I put him in a good school. Because the owner of my factory, or the factory, has given a lot of donation to the school, and so because he was nice to me, I allowed my son to be admitted to this very good school. Otherwise, they would not have allowed him to join the school. For his education, we also put a tuition teacher to help him to study. But my son is not studying. So I became very ashamed. Maharaj is saying, I became very ashamed that I tried to stop him from beating him. Oh, who is more affectionate for that son, the father or me? The father who was beating him up, or me who was trying to stop him from getting beaten? Who has real love, affection for that child? Because the father, he has real affection. He is so much thinking for his auspicious of his son. Because my son, if his son does not study, he'll become foolish. How will he maintain his life? Whereas if he studies, he can get a good job and maintain his life easily. Therefore, the endeavor I made is just a sentiment. It's just like just outside external affection. But the father's and mother's love for the child is called real affection. Similarly, Bhagwan, who is the master of the whole world, his children, the living entity, why are they suffering? Because will he ever cause trouble for his children, who are the living entities? Will he make them ever poor? Why is he not getting food? Will Bhagwan ever do that for his children? We cannot understand. But we do the same thing. So, say for example, someone has 4 kids, 4 children. During the time of they got a lot of sweets, made lots of savories. that child has dysentery. He goes again to toilet. Will these things be good for him? So what will the mother do? So what the mother will do? She'll feed the three, but not the child. Is she? Can we say, or she's being partial, or is it she being compassionate? For her, the mother, for the fourth child, mother herself will also not eat these things. She'll also eat khichdi and feeds the fourth child the khichdi, the child that is sick, khichdi. So she'll also do the same. Similarly, Bhagwan, who does not give, by giving to, for whom, by giving it will be inauspicious for them, therefore he does not give for them. So it is. So I'm a resident of Satyalok, but I'm also a Brahma Rakshas. Because I'm Brahma, so I'm a great demon. So please give me punishment and punish me and purify me with this. The Lord, the Master's, His mercy and His punishment is the same, or cruel. He is the servant. Somehow the servant will still maintain his life if the master is either cruel or merciful to him. But if the master is indifferent to him, then the sevak does not care to live. He's saying, Brahma is saying that my master, he is performing cowhead with the cowhead boys performing pastimes. Even though because he's a supreme personality of God, he's not proper for him to play with small boys like this, like a village boy, like illiterate boys. So I made offense to him and his friends. This is Akalpam. So Brahmaji is thinking.
जो पत्ता फोड़ने से दूध निकलता है और लगने से आँख अंधा, उसका जो रुई होता है बहुत गरम। तो बोलते हैं ये तो पूजा का उद्देश्य जो लेकिन
Akalpam means, for example, the necklace and other ornaments, which means these are flowers from Braj, which some of the flowers are not even used for worship of the Lord, but because they are taken birth, born in Braj, and you are wearing them, even these things are worshipable to me.
हमारा मंगल विधान करने का कारण मैं आपको नमस्कार।
Oh Lord, you can be merciful to me or be merciless, because I am not qualified. But you can give me the auspicious not trouble. I still offer my obeisance to you again and again. So Vishnu Chakri Thakur is all this praise, O Lord Brahma, can remove all the doubts. And all the conclusions of Bhakti, these truths of Lord Brahma, may it always be manifested in my heart and remain impressed upon my heart. Because all things have been explained to you. Our Vaikunath Maharaj, he always, every daily he used to recite these 40 sloks of Lord Brahma. The text 41. But after offering these 42 verses, prayers, he offered this praise to his worshipable deity, Shri Krishna, and did 3 times he circumambulated the Lord and offered pranam to the Lord and went back to his dham. What is means own dham? It means even back to Satya Lok. So yes.